Esports is arguably the fastest growing industry, generating billions of dollars. Welcome to SiGMA TV. With us, we have an esports pro and a university student. Meet Sylvia Gathoni. Hi, Sylvia.
Hey Charity, thanks for having me on the show.
It's lovely to meet you. It's lovely to have you here on SiGMA TV. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic, just a little bit cold, but other than that, I can't really complain.
You are getting a lot of media attention from BBC. Now you are here with us on SiGMA TV. Is eSport the biggest thing now in Africa?
To be honest, I wouldn't say it's a really huge industry, but it's getting there with more people becoming more aware of esports and a lot of people getting interested in participating because a lot of people play video games and some are interested in the competitive aspect. Some of the most popular games here are FIFA, Mortal Kombat, Tekken, Call of Duty, PUBG. So I think esports has a very bright future here in Africa.
How long have you been in esports? Has the industry grown since when you started, and how has it changed in this past few years?
I became an active esports athlete in 2017. I started with Mortal Kombat, but I've since then transitioned into Tekken. So as for esports growing since the time I started, I'd say it has been growing significantly. Although I know a bit of the growth has been slowed down by the COVID-19 pandemic. Um, a lot of the time I've been seeing a lot of organizations are going for a more grassroots approach to esports because as I said, the industry is still in the early stages of becoming as big as it is in countries like South Korea and other countries in Asia.
So, the pro esport athletes are getting fat salaries all outside Africa. Would you consider relocating?
I honestly don't know, but I don't know if I'd relocate, but I am interested in participating in tournaments outside of Africa because I'm seeing that's where I'm more likely to, get more eyes on my region. But as for me relocating, that's I don't think so.
Yeah, it sounds good. So you are more interested in, going for a tournament, a one-time thing, join the competition, perhaps win. That would be great as well, and then come back to reside in Kenya. So that's the kind of idea you're having.
Yeah.
Besides the money, how has esports impacted your life, Sylvia?
Outside of me getting, I'd say, financial compensation for my time and, there are a few competitions I've managed to win. I'd say it's opened my eyes to the possibilities. I've seen that there is more to life than just being a law student because, the mentality here in Africa is that, or slash Kenya, is that if you want to earn an honest living, you have to either be a doctor, a lawyer, a nurse. But I know there's more
Tell me
to,
about it.
yeah, I know you can relate as a Nigerian. So there's more to life than just the conventional part. There's so much you can do. And as long as you're determined and go for what you want, the possibilities are endless. The sky is never the limit.
This is why I'm happy to bring you here on SiGMA to talk about your experience and to show the world that there is career actually in this industry. So that brings me to my next question. Do you compete at a national level in Africa? Is it world level? Tell me more about the tournaments and the prize money back in Kenya.
Okay, so far I've only managed to compete at a national level, though as the COVID-19 pandemic comes to a close, I hope that happens to change. I'd really like to go to countries like Cote d'Ivoire, South Africa, Japan, and yeah, live in North America so I can compete and see what the world has to offer me. And the prize money currently here in Kenya, I've seen some competitions are offering as much as 100,000 Kenya shilling prize pool. That's like roughly 1,000 US dollars.
Okay, sounds good, and I wish you all the best for that as
Thank
well. Um, so Kenya is a tier one, is on top of the gambling market in Africa, together with Tanzania and Nigeria. Do you see potential there between online gambling and esports, where Kenyans can now bet on their favorite esport teams rather than their favorite football team? Would you help raise the standard?
Okay, so personally, I'm not really a gambling advocate because I've too many times I've seen there's a negative connotation with how people perceive esports and gambling. But anyway, I know that esports gambling is a thing where people bet on their favorite esports teams, and as the world become the society here in Kenya becomes more aware of esports, I know that's going to raise the stakes. Yeah, it's going to happen soon enough. But for now, I haven't seen anyone betting on their favorite esports team so far.
The reason I asked this about having a favorite esport athlete being bet on is because in Africa it's very popular that Africans bet on these famous football stars that are signed in European League, for example. So this is the reason I asked, and maybe it will come to that with esports growing momentum and gaining more popularity in the future. Okay, how can it become more mainstream? What some of the challenges pro gamers are currently facing?
Some of the challenges I've seen are pro gamers faces. For one, that the society currently, from my own experience here in Kenya, is that as I said earlier, some people perceive esports slash gaming to be gambling, and even the legal language in the current laws doesn't seem to really help that perception. So trying to explain to someone what esports is, it's either get a look of indifference or sometimes even hostility, especially from the older generation, saying that you're gambling, you're wasting your time. So with that, not many people are willing to invest in the space. So it doesn't really help, especially if you're trying to make a career out of esports. On top of that, the price of some of these machines, like the PlayStation, the Xbox, it's really pricey, because of on top of the normal price
Stigma
range.
and the
Yeah,
challenges, yeah.
yeah, on top of the price of, let's say, the PlayStation being like let's say 500 US dollars, the current PlayStation 5, you're going to have tax on top of that, which makes it gaming and esports are a very expensive hobby and career.
So that's interesting what you just said. The stigma that esports is for couch potatoes is still out there, just like you just mentioned earlier. How intensive is your training? Are you also finishing your university? What year are you, Sylvia? What are
My
you
final
studying and what year are you?
I'm a final year law student. On top of that, when I'm not so busy, I spend like 2-3 hours trying to perfect my craft and my understanding of the game. And on top of that, I actually work out. So it's not just for couch potatoes. Studies have shown that physical exercise actually helps with their cognitive responses in gaming. So whoever is saying that is lying to you.
So Sylvia, tell me more about this. Have you been signed to any management? Are you under any contract as of now?
Yes, I'm currently signed to UIU. It's an esports team in North America, one of the best esports team to come from the fighting game community. I'm signed to them as a content creator currently. Um, they have some of the most amazing talent. They have guys like Lohai, Jonding, Yu, and these are people I hope to learn from in my journey to become a better tech player and a content creator.
Wow, that's fantastic. I'm sure you're an inspiration to many, certainly mine for sure. Where is the community based, like community of esports? Is it all happening on Twitch?
Yeah, Twitch is one of the most popular, if not the most popular community for gamers. But I know a lot of people also prefer Facebook gaming or YouTube.
Is there a milestone for you? What would you like to get accomplished? What would you like to do out of all this?
I have so many goals that I'd really like to accomplish in this space. For one, I'd really like to be among the best Tekken players from the African region. On top of that, I want to be the most recognized esports athlete to come from Africa. Then on top of that, I want to get my seven-figure, deals with big brands, big tech brands, and whatever brand will have me. I'm there for the success.
I wish you all the best for that. What's next? What's imminent? What's the next thing for you now? Is it
Uh,
finishing your studies? What do you have coming up next?
Currently, what I have planned is, yeah, I need to get my law degree. I'm not going to lie to anyone to abandon everything to become an esports athlete. First, finish your school, have that backup plan just in case. So for me, first finishing my law degree, then from there, I'll see what the next steps are.
What advice or word of encouragement would you give to anyone, young kids watching, inspired by your story, Sylvia?
The advice that I'd give any young person who wants to become an esports athlete is you do you. The best thing you can do for yourself is be authentic self. There are going to be a lot of naysayers on your path, and I'm not going to lie to you and say it's going to be easy, but if you stick it out and go for what you want, the possibilities will be endless.
Keep inspiring people. I'm proud of what you're doing. I can't wait to meet you in person and probably see you on the world stage competing and winning money. So good luck to you and all the best for all your endeavors, okay?
Yeah, thank you so much, Charity. I'm sure I'm going to do amazing things and I'm not going to stop. I'm going to make sure that I'm going to kick all the doors down and go for what I want. So thank you so much for having me on the show and have an amazing day.
That's it from us today. Join us next time on SiGMA TV. For more, go to sigma.world.